Okay, so the last thing we're going to do in this video series is to control snapshots and also add them. So we already have some variety using different sounds with the edges. So let's see, music player's out. So, okay, cool. So let's see one more time. Cool. Yeah. So we did that. So what I want to do now with snapshots is, so once the UFO hits the the border, then the music will dip a little bit so that maybe the clang, the metal clang sounds a little bit more present. That's just an example. You can do anything with snapshots, whatever you think you want to do. But I decided to do that just, to give you an example. So for here in the audio mixer, go to the audio mixer. That's again Windows and audio mixer. And in here, snapshots. Go to snapshots and then let's start with, for me, naming is always tricky. Let's say lower music, for instance, lower music. Okay. And we'll have that snapshot. So this snapshot, this first one is what we mixed the levels appropriately. And then for the lower music, let's dip in maybe, I don't know, a couple of decibels there. Let's make it drastic so we can hear what we're really doing. So let's go like that. So it's going to dip from -3 to -23. Okay. So yeah, cool. So after you get that done, after you have your snapshots, then you go back to the player game object and open your script. Script. Okay. You open your script. Okay, then once it's open, there's a couple of steps that you have to do, so follow along. We have to write here using Unity engine.audio. So pretty much by writing this, it will give us access to the snapshot mixer. Okay, so second, we want to write, let's see, let's keep it, let me try to keep this a little bit more organized. Okay, so why don't we do it here? Okay, public audio mixer snapshot. There we go. That's the one we want to use. And let's call it active. Okay. All right. So once we do that, again, this will show up in our Unity complete player controller script. Okay, so what we need to do again is to find the function that will allow us to do this. So again, we will have to dig in the on collision enter 2D. Okay, so when the UFO hits the edges, the metal clang that plays source, this is an audio event again, will play, but also we're gonna add something extra to that. So let's see, we're gonna write here activate music lower snapshot. Okay, so to do that, we type in active, which that is our audio mixer snapshot, active dot transition to. Okay, and then we need to add a float, a time to reach, and that, let's do that 0f. Okay. All right. So you go ahead and save that. Okay. And then let's go back to Unity and hopefully again. Oh, okay. And then go back to Unity. And then in the player, we will find here the snapshot, non-audio mixer snapshot, the active. So we want to grab the snapshot. Oh, let's go back. So we want to grab the snapshot here, lower music. That's the one. And let's see if that works. Oh, so definitely we have to now activate the music player too. Let's see. So There you go. Cool. So let's see that one more time in action. Okay. All right. See, but it stayed in the bottom. See? So again, let's see. All right. Let's do that one more time. So, okay. Let's do that one more time from scratch. Okay. So, okay. See, when you play, it starts the snapshot. It starts with the first one, the quote unquote original one. When you hit it, the music drops. But now the problem is, let's see. You're hitting this and this, but the snapshot is still in the bottom, right? So we don't want that. We want the snapshot to get back into its original position. Okay. Okay, so what we have to do in that case is we have to create more, we have to write other lines of codes that says, okay, once you are not hitting this collider, then put this snapshot back where it was again. Okay, so that's pretty much what we're doing. So if we go back to our C# script, we have to create a different function. Okay, so just follow along. Void on collision exit to D, and then collision to D. So again, from here, it's pretty much the same as this. So we'll just copy and we'll just copy and paste if that actually works. Okay, so once we have, okay, so if collision game object compare tag edges, which is pretty much the same as the on collision enter 2D function here. So if this happens, if the player is not touching the borders again, then we want to call again another mixer snapshot. So again, in this case, we write public audio mixer snapshot. I don't see audio mixer snapshot. There you go. And let's call it inactive. Okay. Now we can call that again here, inactive dot transition to, and then same. Let's just go 0. Okay. It asks for a float value, right? So, okay. So we save, and then let's go back to Unity. Okay, so essentially when the UFO hits the border, the music will dip, and then when it leaves, it will go back up, right? But then again, we have to go back to player and then assign that snapshot again. We go to snapshot. You can call it anything, main snapshot, or yeah, regular snapshot. So once that's there, let's check the audio mixer behavior one more time, right? Okay. So yeah. Did you see that? So it dipped and then it went back up again. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that was just a quick real example of how you can call snapshots using C# and manipulate it in your game implementation. And yeah, after, I guess the music lower was too I guess the music was too low, so maybe not exaggerated as much. If we just play that. Yeah, okay. Not a huge drastic thing, but you get the point. And yeah, and the music stops again one more time. So, and again, so that pretty much wraps it up in terms of audio implementation. We went from no sound to adding sounds, and then notching it up a little bit more by creating some variety into the sounds using scriptable objects and snapshots. And in the next video, we will wrap things up and tell you where to go from here. So stay tuned.